Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause, big ups, big downs,
Yep.
big sheesh.
Big old sheesh.
Oh, we are back. This is episode 34 of the Producer Lounge. Wow! This is a show about music production, specifically electronic music production, and it has no direction. We simply sit here and chat about nerdy shit, because it's what we do in our kitchen anyways.
Yeah.
So we decide to put it on the internet for you guys. So if you like this, hit like, subscribe. And if you're on Twitch, hit follow. And if you're not, where the hell you at?
Where you at?
That's a meme.
Ariana? Yeah.
That's a meme, guys. But yeah, welcome back, guys. It's the boys this week. We have the return of the 808s.
That's right.
The sub part 2, baby.
We're getting into the sub a couple weeks ago.
That's right.
Go check that shit out. And yeah.
But before we get to that,
Oh yeah,
We
I
got
got,
a little-
my
got a little
tip of the week.
tip of the week, baby.
Ooh.
Sheesh.
So basically I was just thinking I haven't been making music a ton recently. I've been a little bit
A little busy.
busy. Yeah, exactly. Oh. Yeah, I know. I know it is sad, guys.
So easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was jumping into the DAW for a minute, into Bitwig, and trying to figure out something to do today. And I had a little loop that I made a few days ago that I thought was pretty cool. And I thought I'll just spend the next little bit and just remake all the drums and then start bringing all the noises over or the melodies and things and try and kind of fit them in. Just
Right.
for the sake of keeping my chops
Right.
going.
Mm-hmm. Can't let
Yeah.
that rust build up.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And if I'm not working a lot, I don't really trust the initial
Right. The first pass.
choice
Yeah.
as much, you know?
Yeah.
So it's kind of
It's fair to be.
fun to go grab all new noises and try and start fitting things back together. You already have a little map built for yourself at that point.
Right.
Once
already
you got a little
kinda-
loop going.
You have a landscape, so you can kind of just start interchanging parts.
Mhm.
It's a
There's
little-
already
it's a little
some
bit
MIDI
easier.
there.
Right.
you know?
Right. And a vibe.
Yeah, there's
You know?
groove on the drums already. I don't have to worry about that as much. I can just kind of swap out the sounds and try and find things that
Right.
sound interesting or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's a pro for working in MIDI right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Could easily swap that shit out. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's key. And you were mentioning how it forces you to choose different new sounds for a bunch of things also.
Yeah, for me, when I went to change the drums, I ended up feeling now I want the noises to sound a little different. You change the kick, all of a sudden the bass doesn't work as well. Now you got to kind of tailor a bass to fit that new kick a little
Right.
bit better. Mid noises kind of translate pretty good.
Sure.
I think that was our
Right.
decision earlier. The mid noises can tend to kind of get through a little bit better. For me, I feel like the high end needs changed once I get the drums changed up because I'm using a little bit different pockets with the drums. Because if I'm setting drums up in the first place, I'm always kind of trying to pay attention with whatever drum it is to the sweet spot where you're getting the nice sound out of it.
Sure.
And I'll have a little bit of a boost going in a couple areas on a given drum.
Right, exactly.
So now I've taken different areas of my frequency spectrum within that loop and kind of taken them over. And then all of a sudden some of the high end starts to not sound good
Right.
on the other elements.
Right. It can tend to push some frequencies around that you don't intend to push around just due to these new sonics happening, basically. That's the nerdiest fucking sentence. Anyways, but it makes
Hashtag
sense.
Steve Duda.
Let's go.
Let's get that serum too.
Hashtag Duda, Steve.
Let's get that serum 2 going.
One day.
Fucking 100%, dude. I'm so stoked.
I hope it knocks Phase Plant right out of the water.
I know, right?
Yeah, I hope it just keeps pushing.
Yeah.
Just keep pushing.
Yeah,
I don't
let's
really
get it
have
better.
I don't really have a favorite synth right now. It was Serum, and now it's like in between Serum and Phase Plant. Like I thought Vital was going to be a gift from the gods, and it kind of is in some regards. Like it shakes up the market enough, but it does not perform like Phase Plant
No.
does for me.
No.
Like even sometimes Serum, even though you crash and you lose all your data, at least I'm not getting fucking clicks and pops. At least I can easily fucking avoid that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But with Vital, I have a fucking hard time avoiding that. Maybe somebody's going to be like, oh, you fucking idiots, in the settings, you just have to put fade on or whatever. But I have fucking no idea, and it drives me nuts. Plus, I can get the same sounds, if not better, out of Phase Plant at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. Phase Plant is so sick.
It's
It's
so
just
robust.
so sick.
It's so crazy. Like you can just keep going. It's got a high skills ceiling, I would say,
Yeah.
as opposed to like
A
analog.
really basic
on,
synth.
yeah, on Ableton. I mean, I was gonna say operator, but operator I would say is also has a high skill ceiling.
Yeah.
'Cause the amount of shit you can do with it is pretty crazy. I didn't really care, but Phase Plant I do care, and so it's fun kind of like navigating your way to the top of that skill tree in terms of
Oh,
just
yeah.
like crazy shit you can do and pushing it and pushing it.
I love
like,
it
what if I
so
just
much.
route all this weird fucking FM shit to all over the place and end up making
Yeah.
some crazy shit?
Yeah, it's nice to be able to have a place you can FM shit from like anywhere in your oscillator area. So you can do it off of a filter, off of the distortion.
Right.
You can go, and then you can modulate any different parameter of that oscillator that you're trying to modulate.
Right. You can go backwards and
Yeah.
forwards. It's fucking great.
Yeah, it's so sick.
Shout out Kilohertz.
Epic.
You already have my money, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But Steve Duda, though, let's get back to the root.
That's saying a lot.
Come on, Steve. Yeah, that
Come
is
on, Steve.
saying a lot. I don't pay for a lot. I mean, I pay for everything.
Yeah, of
Um,
course. That's how we do 400 style.
No, dude, I'm a pirate, bro.
It's hard to imagine. Like, do you guys
Arr.
know what he's gonna add to Serum 2? Because like, what more is there that you
There's-
can do with
Well,
the
there's
synths?
di- So much.
definitely a lot of like
I'm sure there's so
back-end
much that we've never even thought
coding.
about, but
There's definitely a lot of like back-end coding that he can do, so you can route things like you can Phase Plant. Because right now there's limitations in terms of routing. Where,
like what?
I mean, anything you could fucking want. Like, but basically, like you could have the distortion module, depending on what mode you have it on, or whatever. Like what harmonics it's giving the sound could affect where the filter sits on the sound, or where the wavetable is positioned. I don't know. You could do fucking.
Yeah, you could do a bunch of routing things.
Do
You
a
could
bunch of crazy routing things.
you could have like more oscillators.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
you could
could-
have unlimited.
Yeah, unlimited
LFOs.
oscillators. Yep, LFOs.
There's a good amount, but come on, Steve.
filters, all the effects. You should be able to use all the effects like as many times
As
as
many
you
times
want
you want.
over.
That's
you know?
definitely
Yeah.
one of the most annoying things.
Yeah, like
Well, that's why they have Serum effects, though, right?
Yeah, that's
no
a Band-Aid.
but you would need. But if you wanted to do what we're saying,
right, in
Which
terms
is
of
like
routing it.
reroute it and then
You
route it back
could.
in with extra effects. Yeah,
Right.
that's fair.
And
That's
do-
well,
fair.
like, or I want to use 15 phasers in a row.
Yeah, I
You
don't want
know?
to have to stack
Now I have
15.
to stack them and then
serum
link up
effects.
all of the LFOs somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Like-
it's gross.
Copy all the LFOs over or some shit. Like,
No, we're not
That's
going to
true.
do that.
come on, let us break it.
There could
Make
def-
it breakable.
Yeah,
Right.
make it more breakable.
Yeah.
I mean-
that's for sure.
It's been
be down with
around for
that.
a while. At this point, it's a dinosaur in the industry. It's not so
Legend.
much as like, sure,
High tier dinosaur.
high tier loot.
It's a T-Rex.
Not as bad as like Massive. Like Massive is older for sure, but Serum is aged. I would say. Like, sure, there's still plenty of people using it. Whatever. Like I still use it all the
Yeah.
time. Calm down, everyone.
Yeah,
But-
hey, calm down.
Chat, chill out. But I'm just saying, it's 2022. Like we're ready for Serum 2.0. Like
Yeah.
we're ready. I want more skins. I want like maybe a Windows XP skin. Like maybe.
Wait, you want a Windows XP skin?
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I would use a Windows XP skin.
You
all
do
day.
use a Windows XP skin.
No, it's Windows 98. skin is
Okay.
what I
You
use.
want
Yeah.
an XP one?
Yeah, I
now.
want slightly newer.
Okay.
2000s.
I would like a Bitwig skin. Give me a Bitwig
A
skin.
Bitwig skin would be
For serum,
sick.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or just a good quality native skin editor, basically.
Native American.
Dude.
Yeah, Native American.
It's
Yes.
good
It's got
quality
some
Native
feathers
American
on it.
fills in.
It's got a tomahawk on the side.
Fuck yeah. Dude. That'd be sick, actually. Our first Always 400 synth is going to be called the Native, and it's just going to be a distortion unit. Actually, no, it's called the Scalper. That's what we call it. It's
The
a clipper.
scalper.
That's the clipper. The
Yeah,
Scalper.
that's
Just come out of the gate. Cultural
I was going
appropriating.
to say appropriating.
Just
fucking Native
appropriating
Americans. Sorry,
right out of the
guys.
gate.
Yeah, we'd probably get canceled quickly. But that
that could
distortion
work.
unit would fucking sell. People would be like, dude, you gotta get the fucking scalper.
get the scalper.
Gotta
Yeah.
get the scalper.
Dude, when you
baby.
turn it up all the way,
Always 400 scalper.
there's this graphic that just tears the skin off the front of the plug-in, and it goes all
yeah.
fleshy the moment you turn it up all the way. Anyways,
We're just spitballing here, folks.
we're just having fun. This is what we do. It's Producer Lounge. Oh, it's great fun. Well,
Yeah. Probably just open up a
yeah,
DAW,
we could hop
fuck with
in
some 808s.
and we can. Speaking of Faceplant and Serum and stuff like that, we can go ahead and just make some
Yeah.
808s.
Ooh.
It was like the best transition we've ever had.
We're just gonna do this.
We're like professionals up in here. This is free, guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's
In case you wondered, we don't charge. I mean,
Yeah.
you can subscribe, and then we get a little money. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. For this upper echelon kind of podcast. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Upper.
Don't look in those.
echelon.
Don't.
Mhm.
Don't
Close
look at
your eyes,
those.
everybody.
There's some
Close your
collabs in there you don't want to know about.
You're not ready.
You
You
are
are
not ready.
not prepared. That's a wow quote, if you guys say. You are not prepared.
Oh yeah, hanging out in my favorite place, Bitwig. The Bitwig verse.
The Bitwig verse.
Guys, calm down. It's just like Ableton. It's
It's just better. I mean, different. So,
God damn it. It's every week now.
forever and ever.
I wanna be.
We should
Okay.
clip that and Instagram post at Bitwig.
I'll try and do the replay button right now. We'll see if it works.
Oh, nice.
All right, folks. We're gonna start in Faceplant. We're gonna make a super simple 808. Normally,
What is an 808?
I already have some made.
Yeah. What is an 808, Caleb?
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Fuck.
I usually at this point I have a bunch of 808s made that I like, and a library of ones that I use all the time, so I don't normally have to make them a lot. When I make a sub or a bottom end thing, I'll usually do what we did in the last episode where we talked about subs, where I'll just like make a sub that way, and maybe tailor a little bit of decay, so it's kind of 808y, but it's not an 808. Usually when I want an 808, I'll just go through my sample library of the 808s that I've made and liked, and I'll just find the one that hits pretty close.
We
and
got
then
some
EQ it.
dank 808s in that little
Yeah.
file there.
That's fucking true. There's some dusty boys.
They are. They sit there every single time. Maybe we'll get them one day, guys. It's already distorting somehow. Is it just my headphones?
I think it might be just your headphones.
Yeah, I didn't.
It doesn't sound
Is it
distorted
doing it
to
right
you
now?
at all?
No.
Maybe a little bit.
Oh yeah, there's a little bit of weird high end.
See if you is your SonarWorks on?
Ah, yes. This SonarWorks is on. Just go away.
Bye. It's not on the master though.
No, it's off.
Okay.
Okay. He doesn't believe me. So
Shun the non-believer.
first,
Shun.
let's
Shun the non-believer.
first. We're gonna make this pretty basic here, folks. We're just gonna run through the basic stuff. I'm gonna make an envelope for my 808 to follow, and I'm gonna do it manually on its oscillator gain. Because I'm a wild man.
You're a
Envelopes are pretty
nerd,
complicated,
bro.
dude. You might have to go into that. By far the
This
most
is an
complex
advanced
thing.
podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty advanced, dude.
Y'all better know how to use an envelope at this point. Just, you put it in there. You lick the sticky part.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking Christmas, bitch.
Oh, my ear holes. Oh, God, Caleb.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get the right.
I think it's just rumbling my headphones nicely. That's why it sounds distorted to me.
We can turn it down a little bit.
No, you're good.
Now I'm going to make a second one, but I'm actually just going to hold down Control, duplicate this guy over, hashtag faceplant for the win. But it doesn't copy the mappings, which is glorious. It's the
Yes.
best. When you're working with a bunch of shit and you just need to quickly duplicate stuff and it doesn't tangle things. Oh,
You already have a perfectly working random,
yeah, right?
Thing.
Yeah, that.
and you're just like,
Super
oh, I
nice.
just can copy it over, and now I got new random.
So we're going to make it mono real quick. And I'm going to make this one is going to be our knock or our attack, if you will. A little transy trans. Not like that.
Ooh.
Normally,
So you're putting this envelope onto the master pitch.
correct. In Serum, you could easily do this by going to the matrix and then doing it on the global master tune.
Yep.
It's that same type of thing. Here, for some reason, 18 usually is
Oh.
good.
Legal.
That's true.
Looking at you, Beta Nectar.
Call out, dude. She name drop.
Wow.
Maybe add a little.
Oh, we got beaten here? What?
I know.
So that's quick, pitch shape and envelope shape that I kind of go for. Really simple. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here, folks.
Yeah. What is the amount on the decay there
Which
for
one?
the knock?
For the knock, it is 17 milliseconds.
17.
Yep.
Super fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You can go more if you want a little more. You know, you can
Sick,
do some
yeah.
fun stuff
No.
like that. But I like a little.
I like
quick
it down there.
and then a normal slope on that. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to do one more pitch. Now that I think about it, we need to have our overall pitch so the whole thing kind of boom and kind of falls off at the end. So we'll make a real long attack. No, that's not what I meant to do. We're going to want basically just a skosh of sustain, or I guess a lot of sustain technically. And this guy we can also let's have fun. Let's do it on the shift hertz.
Oh my God.
Oh no, it's not gonna work. It's gonna be too much.
I think you kind of do want a really, really long attack with the curve on it.
Let's. Yeah, I mean, you can do it backwards or forwards. It depends on how you want to
Right.
route it. A lot of times I'll do it both to see which way works better. But I usually end up doing this way because the envelope looks, it makes
So
more
when
sense
it hits
to me.
the top there, it's getting to the normal note.
No, it's gonna go. Well, it's gonna go down. So what we need to do is we need to figure out. We can basically. Can we flip this? Yes. Sometimes this is the most confusing part of any sound design thing ever is just routing the correct fall off of pitch.
I usually
It's
use like an LFO and do like a one shot and then make it just a really long pitchy guy and then play with the length of the like the speed. Ooh. So right now you're going, it pitches up and then it.
No,
this routing.
It's going up to normal and then it's going down to -5.
That's how the
So
inverted is doing
it's
it.
starting at -5, coming up to normal, and then finds its way back down. But basically, the concept is you have an amp envelope to control the amplitude of the whole thing, which in Serum, that's envelope 1. You can just fuck with that to do it. This guy, it has its own output that I could have done it in, but I like having them all down here so I can route this guy to another thing if I want. Like if I have another oscillator or I decide to put white noise on it or whatever, and I want that to follow the same amplitude, then I don't have to duplicate this output onto that one and do a bunch of shenanigans. I just can route that gain again onto this master envelope. And then we have the knock pitch envelope and your overall pitch fall off. Mm-hmm. Those are like the 3 main things you need to make it 808. Those and an oscillator. And then you get a,
Ooh, a little sauce on it.
Just a little overdrive for yo boy.
For you boys. Mm-hmm. So there's a quick and dirty 808. Super low. And yeah, that can translate across any synth. And this is as simple as I can make it right now. I was trying to do that as we were going along. I was like, how can I make this the most basic 808 ever? And as far as I can tell, it's those 3 things. 4 things.
Yep.
You need your oscillator. You need your amp envelope, your knock pitch envelope, and your pitch fall off envelope. And there's your 808. And then how you apply it is really up to you. Like, normally I would probably take this and flatten, just sit here and have it recording onto a new audio channel and sample these takes and sit here and do a bunch at like my root note, whatever I want it to be. Just sit here, do a bunch and like
that one is sick.
Just make a bunch of different ones that are all coming from the same place. God.
Spread.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
And then once I have them all sampled down, then I have a bunch of audio. And I like working with my 808s and audio anyways because I like fucking with the fade. It's so fucking particular. I hate using a synth for my bass most of the time because I end up getting clipping shit and it ends up just, I can't get it sitting right for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
but
and if you print them at like 0,
right,
then they're at 0 when you drop them in and you just treat them as such.
Right.
And there's none of this business where you're later on going, okay, I got to mix this now. Where are my subs at? Are they all the same loudness? No, you don't have to worry about that.
Right. Plus,
they're already there.
I prefer like I wouldn't do this distortion here. Like I would wait to distort it until I have it all printed out. I like to have it printed out all super clean. I could look at it, know it's clean as ball sack, because you can only you can dirty it up all day, but you can't undirty it. Like you technically can by like taking off the plugins or.
There are ways to make
What
it
have you.
less dirty for sure.
But if I have it in audio, all I got to do is like duplicate it down, delete everything on that chain, and now it's just pure. Or I just copy it down to a new audio channel. Now that's a clean version, which is super nice because I like to have that contrast. And it's the exact same 808. It's just not treated. So it's
Right.
going to fit in the mix when you let it go clean, but now you have this fun contrast. You can just, that's how I play my 808. So bad.
Little jazz 808.
Dude, fucking 808s, dude. And if you wanted to,
You wanted to.
well, one, if you wanted to, you could drop a second oscillator in here. Do the old bill. Gives it a little bit of. Just gives it a little bit
Little
of
flutter.
a little bit of wag. Yeah, a little bit
Yeah.
of vibrato.
I like wag.
And then you can distort it. I love this. It's so gross.
Wait, just
So
hold it
sick.
for a sec. That's cool.
Yeah, dude.
oh yeah,
It's like a little Reese or
It's
something.
sick, dude. Yeah, it's kind of it's reaching out for sure. And you could go a whole nother level, not even let it in, and just. Oh, I guess you do have to let it in.
you would have to take it
yeah.
away from the group.
Got to do this first. This
There you go.
this first. There we go. Now we'll route it in. Turn up his volume. So nasty. Oh. It's a similar sound, but it's like slightly, it's just got a different crunch. And it like oscillates faster.
Do you like a couple cents? Or yeah, I mean
Take that back
The
down
same.
and then,
the same as it was, just like grab
grab a
slightly less on the pitch, slightly off. Yeah. It's not doing as much as I thought it was going to do.
I'm just trying to get it slower.
That's what I'm talking about. I love that like slight movement in the sub. Not that.
We're beaming up.
Wait, I missed the thing. Where's the what?
The where?
No, it was like the Twilight Zone one.
Oh,
Don't we have one?
yeah, that's on whatever the music page is. I think somewhere here.
That's a great part of the podcast.
This is the best part of the podcast, as far as I'm concerned.
All right, so this already sounds better than everybody else's 808s.
Right.
Obviously. Those high boys with some distortion.
Yeah, that was pretty sick, right?
Oh.
Folks, phase plant 808s, I'm telling you. If we had
beautiful.
a referral link, I would put it up.
Yep.
So you could get phase plant for probably the same price everyone else does. But you should get it because you can subscribe, and it's like $7 a month, $8 a month, $10 a month. I can't remember.
I think it's like 10.
Yeah, it's like a Netflix, but you get
It's not more than 10. You get all
That-
of
And all of their snappings.
their convolution is fucking
Oh, yeah.
sick.
Let's just throw this in some convolution real quick.
Sure.
Let's turn this back on. Get that back in there. No. Give me the. All right. Then. It's alphabetical. Now we're going to do my favorite thing. We're going to squeeze this in.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's so sick.
It's
You
so
I didn't even
wide
realize
and
you could
rumbly.
just move
Right.
like the
Yeah,
section.
Yeah, you can just
That
move it
is
around.
so good.
Yeah. I'll just kind of go and then
Oh, that sounds sick.
Oh, that's the fucking 808 of your dreams. Fucking distort
Come
the
on.
shit out of that.
afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay. Say less.
Oh, more distortion? You got it.
It's just so much bottom end. Nope.
It's a thing that we've talked about many, many times. It's something we discovered basically on the podcast. When you're distorting shit, a lot of the time you just can take the low end out before you distort,
Yeah.
and it will make your dreams come true. It's going to be your favorite thing you ever figured out.
I feel like we even said
It's
this.
amazing.
And this is huge. Yeah. So many years of trying to distort things, and I'm like, it just sounds like shit. What the fuck? This is just as dumb. And then people are like, you got to use it in little bits. And I'm like, okay, it still sounds dumb. It's like
Right.
just destroys everything.
Right, exactly.
And then I slowly started picking up with like videos of people multi-banding and then just distorting the mids and the
Right,
highs for such
right.
stuff and keeping their low end clean. You're like, okay, you kind of pick up on that. But in a creative sense, when you're just kind of sound designing shit, you're not worried about like keeping the sub clean, quote unquote. You're just keeping it manageable. And to keep it manageable while still trying to distort shit and have fun, sometimes this is all you need. It's just a little low shelf.
That's right.
Just-
That's right. You can bring that bass back afterwards.
yeah, bring it
It's
back.
not going anywhere.
Bring it back.
You just want the other shit to hit that distortion first.
You want it hitting it louder than the sub. The sub, you want
Yeah.
a little baby sneaking underneath the radar, and then it comes back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, don't worry about him.
Just a little sub.
He's just a little baby. You don't have to worry about him, officer.
I'm really
In this
precious.
analogy, the officer is the distortion. We'll leave that there.
I think that was one of the greatest moments we ever had in the pod. That was incredible.
All right, now if we do like logarithmic,
Jesus.
now we start getting some monsters. Hey, eat prom.
I know, right?
Bring it, bud. Let's go, bruh. Fold back. It's about to get worse.
It was sick. Man, that convolver into the distortion sounds
It's
sick.
so sick. It
Sounds
knocks it all
really
hard.
nice.
Another probably good thing to do.
Yes.
At its highest level, I would do this. Add a multiband. We can kill that synth for now. On the low band, to keep things tamed, I'm just going to add a tool, aka a utility, and keep it mono
Oh, there you go.
before it hits the tantrum, just because we have the whole sound going through convolution. So since it's going through convolution, I want that bottom end to stay a little bit better. Yo, Russ. Hey, guys. So in the same vein, I've been thinking about the new Split EQ. Yeah, that thing is sick.
Pull it up.
Yeah, I guess I do still have it on demo. What if you use Bitwig's transient control to only put distortion on the attack, but not the body of the
Ooh.
808?
The thing is, you don't get like, you don't really. I've thought about this a lot, Russ. because I don't have that plugin and I want it so fucking bad. But yeah, I mean, you could achieve a close thing. I would think you would just get a transient control. You would make one where like the sustain is all the way dipped, and then you have one where you
Right.
have only the transient, or the first one was only the transient. You have one where there's no transient. You take the transient away and you let the sustain stay there.
Right.
And you have them grouped next to each other.
So they blend back together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna you're gonna have some weird overlap, I think, though, in that situation. Whereas this
already expired.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Whereas split EQ will just allow you to do that. And what I've been thinking is you get split EQ and then you solo the side, or you solo the transients and you solo the body, and then you make your own little rack, and then you do whatever you want with it, which would be sick.
This doesn't have a way for you to solo. Oh, wait, not dynamics. That's not what I wanted. Silly me. I want this one.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, you can just bind them. I wish you could. Man, I wish they had a little solo button. Oh.
Those little... Having those attack and sustain modulate things is interesting, but
Agreed.
also like...
I like it that it's
I've
there.
tried using it a few times and I'm like, I'm not really quite getting the desired effect that I want. Maybe I'm just like not using it quite in the way that's interesting. I don't know. A little hard for me to figure out.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like when you figure out exactly what it's you'll come across something where you're like, I need
there's
this
gonna
to
be a moment.
Oh, I can use this thing. It'll be perfect for this exact
Like every time a
moment.
transient happens, there also is this other thing popping up all of a sudden. You could maybe do that, like what we're talking about, have it like trigger a wet dry on a distortion or something like that to give you...
let's try.
Sure.
Since we're here.
You have to basically just drop it in the effects
Right, that's what I was going to do.
section.
Let's just keep it native. Did you say section?
Yeah, I did.
Attack.
What about
fucking drive?
Sure.
It's going to get loud. Let's also attack a tool on it. And just do the same. Do the gain. Probably there to start.
Yeah. Well,
First, let's take off this. Oops. Give me this.
I'm assuming split EQ just sounds so much better than this.
Right.
You know, like immediately it's going to be doing.
But that's pretty cool sounding.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that at all.
That sounded like the goofiest sound to me ever.
It'd be fun to just make that sound really good. Just throw it into some weird shit.
It's just a nightmare in a sound.
140 BPM.
I do like that idea though, because there's certain times where I want the knock of the 808 to be more distorted, which most of the time what I'll do is I'll just have a kick that's fulfilling that moment, and it just pairs itself with the with the 808. Whether I'll drop that kick into the audio chain with the 808, and I'll just like put it right on top and then mesh them together. And it's the kick is now the 808's new transient. Also the Mr. Bill method of getting new transient, just drop a new transient on top of it. Like,
Right.
fucking ends up working
Yeah.
like every fucking time. But I like that idea, and now I want to get split EQ again to fucking try that. I like any dynamic distortion. Anything like that is super fun. But I think split EQ is the only EQing, semicolon. It's not modulating anything else. I guess that's true. That said, I like the sound of the split EQ much better than transient control modulating EQ blends. Yeah, no, 100%. That would make sense. I'm
I
sure
agree, my dude.
all its native programming probably makes it all just work way better than trying to like chain a bunch of GME rigged parts together, for lack of a better term.
I love that transient control though.
Oh yeah,
It's so sick.
I do say that I still use
really
kilohertz
good.
transient shaper more. It seems to be faster.
Yeah, I don't.
The speed knob is just a glorious thing that you can be like, oh, I need this transient to be like slow, so I want the attack like long. So you can just turn the thing down. You're like, wow, that's really long, or whatever. And then you go to a hi hat, you can crank that speed up, and now it's just catching the little fucking 10 millis of attack. So sick. So sick. And it's prettier. Yes, it is very pretty. That is 100% true. Folks, if you don't know what split EQ is, probably go check it out. It might change your life.
I thought he was saying the kilohertz one was prettier at first. I was like, what?
Yeah, it's not.
No.
A lot of the kilohertz stuff is the ugliest thing I've ever seen. It's very utilitarian, which I like. I like
It's for
the
the
fact,
nerds.
I like the fact that it's just like, no, here's knob. Yes, you move knob, it do thing. Do not worry about it's gray. Gray means it gender neutral. It's fine, you know? And it is. It's fine. And it works like a fucking workhorse. But I wish it was pink. Can I change my faceplate to pink, please? Kilohertz. Give me some skins, my guys. Let me, like, upload a background onto it or something. Something cool. Why can't we do that? Why is that such a big... Just let me upload a fun background in the back of my synth. So every time I open it, it's like an anime chick, you know?
Of course, it's an anime chick.
Sick. Yeah, dude. I'm joking. I'm not a big... I'm more of a hentai guy, but that's like, you know, not a lot of people know what that is.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't.
It's pretty underground.
Pretty
sure.
underground. It's a little slimy.
Ew.
Well, do you guys have anything else to add?
Oh yeah.
808s.
Let's make a noise base. Let's make a
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
a meme base.
A meme base? All right.
In there.
So, same type of thing. Let's start with the... Does anybody else want to make this one?
Whatever.
Yeah, go for it.
You can do it. I can do it. Austin can do it.
Okay.
Austin might be a little slow, but
if we're
Yeah.
doing it, we're doing it my way.
go for it.
There it is.
It's a saw wave.
Saw wave. Nope.
It's a
JK.
shit sound meme base. I mean, it is a meme, I suppose.
If we're doing meme base, so we're just going to do this. It is a sine wave. We're going to give it a little bit of attack. 5 milliseconds release is fine. I am going to give it a little bit of sustain because dynamics is key.
Oh.
Just that little bit of...
Yep, it's going to
know,
hit the
It's
distortion.
going to
fun.
hit the distortion fun. Precisely. Start smart, ladies and gentlemen. What do I want to use?
For noise? For what?
Yeah. Could use bit 8.
I mean, you could use faceplant.
I guess that's true. But it's not as fun. But we can do it in faceplant.
I mean, how would you normally go about it?
You could use like erosion.
I guess
or-
erosion and bit 8 are kind of the way.
I would use Rift now, though, which not
Right.
everybody has Rift,
right.
and it's
yeah,
really
it's not a very
specific.
good example.
Right.
Either.
Exactly. But we
This
can
is
do
good.
we can
Examply.
do it in here.
Example.
Exactly. guys.
Example.
Well, if that's the case, then we're going to do it. Luckily, this is lanes, so I can do a little carve EQ. That's going to take place at this EQ here. And then on our second lane, I will add a distortion. And then what we're also going to do is we're going to make a group. So we can make a second oscillator that will be
go.
noise.
Yep.
Give it an output.
Oh,
I'm sorry, this
Oh,
is
what a
good.
lovely noise. Literally.
And mean bass. But we're not quite there yet. This has to go to lane 2. And this is going to lane 1. That's good. This goes to lane 2. Okay, very good. Open our carve. Nope. Open our carve.
Oh,
Push,
yeah.
push that fundy. Find the sweet spot. I like it. Another thing you can do is you could add a second one. And kind of.
Oh, pull
Not-
out a little bit of those.
Yeah, pull out a little second hurt or a second fundy,
harmonic.
because on that first EQ when you're pushing it, you're causing some phasing to happen there. This will one help it counteract, but also introduce phasing again back this direction. So now my fundamental technically is pushing just a little bit harder as well, and to me, I end up with a cleaner result if I do a little.
Would you typically put like a some kind of roll off on the noise to get rid of the low end
Yes,
part of it?
which is the next the next thing I'm going to do right now. We're going to add a filter to the oscillator.
Yeah, there we go.
That's above it.
That's what I was thinking too.
Here. Nope.
Come on.
Hey.
The UI works great, guys.
It works so well. We're going to cut off the lows because white noise just has, full lows. But you don't want all of it. You want to kind of leave. Also, if you get the new phase plan, you get this dope. Wait. There we go. Slope for you, bad boy. That seems fine.
Good enough.
Also,
Ooh,
why not
little
make a wide?
stereo, baby?
Also, yeah, if you're gonna make a mean bass or put noise on your sub or your 808, why not make it wide,
Yeah.
folks? It's key. Now all of a sudden your bass has a little more presence, just like
Yeah.
a skosh. I'm not saying it always works,
Yeah.
but
It's a case by
lot
case.
of the times
For sure.
it'll help. Just
It's literally whatever you need in the moment.
right.
You're slapping this likely on the one of your drop.
Yeah.
Right.
And when it does, maybe you have wide things happening and you don't need
correct.
your width filled out with a bunch of noise.
A way to know if you need it is: are there other things happening at that moment that are in the width that
Yep.
are wide?
Yep.
There we go. And if they are, then probably don't also have it wide, or maybe it's less wide. Like we can go here.
Yeah.
Still a little bit,
Totally.
but not all the way.
It leaves a little room out there for something else to take.
Right, but if it's hitting on its own on your one of the drop and nothing else is hitting with it, make it ass wide. Like spread
Yeah.
those cheeks, baby.
Yeah.
Like come on, especially if you're in my school of thought. Then right before the drop, everything should be mono. Like everything kind of builds into a really narrow image, and then when it drops, it can widen right back out. And
Yep.
all of that is happening, in seconds. It's not like
Right.
it gets mono for like 2 minutes. Like no, it's like the last 10 seconds. It's and then it widens back out, and you get this, this fat boy. So let's drive it a little more.
Oh.
Now we got a motor. Which a fun thing to do here is to add a little bit of pitch to the mod wheel. Also make it mono.
Oh, you're trying to drive.
Yeah, I'm driving.
You're taking off right now.
We're
Dude, that was 0 to
Driving,
60
dude.
in a couple seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, at least.
So this is the basic.
This is the way you do it.
This is the basic. You
Right
have
there.
sine wave and white noise layered into distortion. Here I have a little fun features where the sub gets treated before it joins up with the white noise, so the white noise isn't getting that treatment. But, you know, it's whatever. And you can do this in Serum. You can do this in Vital.
You can.
Vital has really fun noise samples.
nice. Yeah.
Speaking of which, can you-
Serum has this one that's like
algorithms.
I think it's like JP60 or JC60.
that's
like an old-
Serums.
Serum. Yeah.
Yeah, but that
What did I say?
Those ones are sick. I don't
Did I-
I don't know. I was just talking about Vital previously to that, so I didn't know if you were.
Yeah.
But yes,
I,
I
don't think I
like
know what to do with
those.
Serum.
I like those JPs.
Yeah, those ones sound so good. There's
You
one with
can
like
always-
a chorus that's like a built-in like stereo one.
Right, which
Sounds
you can
sick.
bring those samples in here. You just make another group, and instead of noise, you would just do a
Sampler.
AKA. Oh wait, well actually this could also work. But yeah, they have a dedicated sampler, and then you can just go find
Yep.
your
Or
shit.
group your synth up, throw in a sampler right next to it in parallel, and put in whatever fucking noise
Yeah,
you want,
why
and
not?
you can have a good old time.
Yep.
There's if you're like us at all, that you're looking for noise samples all the time.
All the time.
Love a noise sample.
100%.
Weirdly, one of my favorite kinds of samples. Just random noise sample. use a fun noise sample, and you might get a really interesting sounding mean bass.
Right.
Other things you could do, you could put LFO on the noise and make it do that. What did you do?
I think you just dropped it super low.
Yeah, it just goes super low.
Yeah, I was just making it more 880.
Yeah.
I-
Yeah, you could do
Dynamics, folks.
You could do an LFO onto the noise and have the noise coming in and out and get a little bit of that kind
Right.
of a
A little flutter.
meme bass. A lot of people like to do that. Trying to think of random things you can do.
You could do that here by you could do fun things.
Oh, there you go. Oh, getting a little squishy in here.
All right. Oh my god.
Yeah, I like filters. They're fun. Yeah, there's so
Probably
many.
been better before.
What if you do the
distortion.
LFO on the volume
100%.
for the sine wave?
If you what?
Do the LFO on the volume for the sine wave? Going into all the distortions and everything?
Great.
Helicopter. Oh.
What you could do
Shit's gangster.
if you're in Bitwig, you can do audio rate. So this thing will.
Yep.
I think I would have to fuck with it, but you could get it to time it right. So you could basically make a Reese from this LFO on its volume.
Yep.
You could have it, be faster at a higher pitch and be slower at a lower
Yeah.
pitch.
Audio rate
Reese.
takes whatever the input. Well, I guess you tell it where to draw the audio from.
Right. You would have like you could
But you
have
could
a
also
separate
just
dummy
use an
track.
LFO and do hold or like pitch, note pitch.
Right. Exactly.
And do the
Yep.
same thing.
Yep. It's just, from the other direction. Or
Fun
whatever.
ways to make 808s, meme basses. Get that movement in there. Oh, yes. Little filter.
Two filters.
sure, baby. Oh, we're making wubs now.
Get rid of that.
It's like getting neuro.
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
And that's how it's done.
400.
400 style fuck you bass.
Woo!
We got him.
That's it, folks. That's our second half of the sub episodes. This was 808. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you don't agree with us, we don't care. It's all opinions. And at this point, however you make music, as long as it comes out at plus 2.3 lufs, doesn't matter.
That's right.
Thanks, Dan, for setting the standard so high.
Wait, somebody actually hit positive?
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
We did it on a podcast once.
Did we?
Yeah,
We
I
got-
think.
we got
yeah,
positive?
We just made noise go
Right,
to
but
it.
not colorful. He made like
I
an
remember
actual
that.
track that has like things happening, and it's plus 2. It's fucking gross.
What a psycho.
Shout out
We'll
Dan
review it
Worrell.
one day.
Yeah. If you guys like this, again, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You know, we'll make
Yeah.
more of it.
Yep. Always400.com. Hit the links for
Yep.
all the things. They're all in there.
They're all up there.
And Discord.
yeah, join the Discord. We're there
Link
all the time.
On always400.com as well.
Come ask questions so we can answer them on the pod. Like, come on, guys.
Russ is
we're lonely out
Russ
here.
is VIPing out here.
Oh, yeah.
Russ is VIPing. Shout out Russ,
Russ, the
man. Also,
Carrying the chat.
gangster.
our brother in Bitwig, you know?
Yeah. Subs up.
In
There's a-
Bitwig, we trust.
There's a reason this is orange. Okay? There is a reason.
Because of Halloween.
So loud.
I know, right?
Thanks, folks. We love you guys. We'll check you next week.
I'm gonna try and find the.
Always. Always.
Oh, hold on.
Always.
There it is. Oh, it's the one you didn't.